You're smart. So why are you still stuck? The smarter you are, the harder it is to move forward. And most people have no idea why. You've read the books, you've watched the videos. You know more about self-improvement and success than most people around you. And yet here you are, same place you were 6 months ago, same goals, same plans. Nothing has changed. What I'm about to show you isn't a motivation problem. It isn't a discipline problem. It's something that only shows up in people above a certain level of awareness, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's begin. Reason 1. You're confusing thinking with doing. You're overthinking. Here's something that's going to feel uncomfortable because it's going to feel familiar. You sit down, you think through a goal deeply. You map out the steps. You picture how it's going to go, you feel ready, and then you get up and do nothing. But somehow, you feel like you made progress. This is not laziness, this is your brain tricking you into feeling productive without actually being productive. When you think about doing something vividly enough, your brain releases a small hit of dopamine, the same chemical it releases when you actually do it. Your brain can't fully tell the difference between a detailed plan and a real action. It feels like progress because to your nervous system, it partially is. For most people, this is a small problem. For smart people, it's a serious one, because the smarter you are, the more realistic your mental simulations are. You can plan something so thoroughly that your brain genuinely believes it's halfway done. Martin Luther King once said, "You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step." That's not inspiration, that's a warning. The staircase is your plan. The first step is your action. Most smart people spend their whole lives designing the perfect staircase and never actually take the step. So here's the fix. Stop planning before you have a reason to plan. The only good reason to plan is because you've already started and hit a problem that needs one. Do day 1 first, then plan day 2. Motion is not action. Thinking about the gym is not going to the gym. Your brain will try to convince you otherwise. Don't let it. Reason 2. Your standards are way too high and it's working against you. This one might make you defensive, but stay with it. Your standards might be too high. Not because high standards are bad, but because you're using them as a reason to never begin. You've seen what great looks like. Great content, great businesses, great results. You've consumed enough excellent work to know exactly what the ceiling looks like. And because you know what the ceiling looks like, starting from the floor feels embarrassing, almost insulting to the vision you have in your head. Why would you publish something average when you know what great looks like? So you wait. Until the timing is right. Until you have more knowledge, until the idea is fully formed, until you feel ready. But ready never comes because the bar keeps rising the more you learn. Voltaire said it simply, "The perfect is the enemy of the good." That line is 400 years old, and it still describes exactly what's happening when you refuse to start. Here's the truth. Every person whose work you admire made embarrassing early work. Not because they had low standards, but because standards don't skip the learning curve. They just make the learning curve feel worse than it needs to. Your first attempt is not a reflection of your potential. It is the price of entry. You don't get to version 10 without going through version 1. The standard applies to version 10, not version 1. Reason 3. You're afraid of what trying might reveal. This is the deepest one, and almost nobody talks about it. Smart people have more to lose by trying than most people do. When your identity is built around being intelligent, failing isn't just disappointing, it's threatening, because failure means the thing you built yourself on might not be as solid as you thought. Most people can fail and say, well, that wasn't for me. Smart people can't exit that easily. The belief running underneath is, if I'm smart, I should be able to figure this out. And if I can't, what does that say about me? So, the brain finds the safest option. Don't try. If you never test the belief, you never have to face the possibility that it's wrong. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." 2,000 years ago. Same problem. The difficulty is rarely the real reason you're not moving. Fear of what trying might reveal. That's the real reason. And here's what that fear is actually costing you. Your whole life starts organizing itself around protecting a self-image instead of building a real one. You end up smart, articulate, well-read, and completely stuck. The way out is to separate your intelligence from your results. You are not your outcomes. Your outcomes are just information. Data about what you tried and what happened next. Failing at something doesn't make you less intelligent. It makes you someone who tried. That's it. Nothing more. Here's what all three of these have in common. Overthinking, high standards, identity protection. They all feel like virtues. They all look like you're being careful, rigorous, responsible. That's exactly why they're so dangerous, because you can't fight something you're proud of. Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." These three patterns have been running quietly in the background of your life, disguised as preparation, disguised as wisdom, disguised as just not being ready yet. Now you can see them. What you do next is up to you.